FinalCutStef here, and I'm back with another Rampant Next Gen quick tip for Final Cut 10. In this fast tutorial, we're going to take a look at Rampant's 5K reflections and how to incorporate these amazing reflection elements into your project using a blend mode. Now, if you're not familiar with Rampant's Next Gen products, they are in one word, unbelievable. The elements were shot on a Red Epic camera system, and you know, if the big cinema companies are using this camera, the clarity and awesomeness is more than you could ever imagine. And all of the Next Gen products come in 3 sizes, 5K, 4K, and 2K. This way you can get the size you need for the project you are working on today. Hold up, did she really just say 5K? You heard it right, I did say 5K. And I know, you're still working in HD, right? Not a problem, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why incorporating 5K elements can take your projects from 0 to hero in no time flat. Okay, no more talking about this. Let me show you how simple and easy it is to add Rampant Next Gen products to your timeline and get your productions rockin' and a-rollin'. Now, if you look up here, you can already see that I've put in some reflection elements. I've added about 7 reflection elements here, but there are actually 175 different clips to choose from. That's right, 175. Hundreds of different looks to choose from, all in the palm of your hand. Amazing. Now, I've already created a project as well, and I want you to look over here and see that we are actually working in a 1080 timeline. We're working in HD, not 5K. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and get some footage in our timeline. I'm going to click on my stock event. I'm going to click here and I want to add that to my timeline. Perfect, now I'm going to pull that back. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me, when and where is a good place to use Rampant? My answer to this is simple. I always like to think of Rampant as the salsa to your chips. Take this shot for example. It's a great shot, but could it do with a little salsa? Most definitely! Isn't everything better with salsa anyway? And that is where Rampant fits in perfectly. So let's go ahead and add a little bit of salsa to our footage using Rampant's 5K reflections. Click on my reflections folder, and that looks pretty nice, yeah. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to make sure I scroll this all the way back to the beginning because you're going to be connecting this to this clip. So click on this and press Q. Now, the first thing I want to point out is the sizing, and I'm going to show you that here, okay? I'm going to back this up. Final Cut automatically scales down your clips to fit in your current timeline. And since we're using 5K footage, we don't really want this. So I'm going to go ahead and change that. And by doing that, I'm going to go over here to the inspector, and go to the Spatial Conform tab, and I'm going to change this to none. Alright, that's how to actually make it the actual size. Now we can go up to our info right here and see that we're actually working in 5K footage. Here's the native size, and that's where we are right now, and we changed that to none. So also, if we go back to video, we can now change our scale, and we're going to change it to 40% because our 5K footage is actually 60% larger than HD. This is why I love working with 5K footage. You have so much more latitude when working this large. You have the ability to scale up or down and never lose any of that gorgeous quality. 5K may seem scary, but once you start playing with these clips and you realize the possibilities are endless, you're never going to quit. Okay, so now that we have our clip in our timeline, let's go ahead and change the blend mode so we can actually see our effect. The way we do that is we click on this, we're going to come over here, scroll all the way to the bottom to the compositing tab, and change this to add. Now you can change these to different blend modes. I like add because it pops more off the screen, but you can change it to screen or lighten or whatever you'd like to do. It's up to you. And voila! Our reflection is now blended in our footage. Look at that. Look, that's so nice. I love it. That's great. Now these products do come with alpha channels, but since light really isn't a solid, alpha channels don't really work for me. That's why I like to use the blend modes as like add or screen. But again, personal preference, it's up to you. The alpha channels are there. If you love them, use them. If you don't, use a blend mode. Perfect. Let's go ahead and play that. Oh, wow. It's absolutely stunning. It's gorgeous. I love it. All right, but wait. You don't just get one clip with this package. You get 175. So let's go ahead and use Final Cut's audition function and see if there's a clip that better suits our footage. I'm going to scroll this back to the beginning. And I'm going to come up here and see, that's okay. Let's look for some. How about this one? This one looks interesting. Let's put that in our audition queue. And let's add some more. Ooh, that one looks interesting. Let's add that to our audition queue. And let's see. I think that's good. Let's stick with those. Yep. Perfect. Let's go with that. Now to open up our audition queue, if you didn't know, you click on this little spotlight right here. So I click on that and the queue pops up right here. Now these aren't, this is not a plugin. These are QuickTime movies. So we're going to have to go and change the size and blood mode of all the files. But remember, this is super easy to do. So let me click on the second clip. Run over here, change this to 40. Go down. Oh, did I change that? I did change that. Change that to none. Change this to add. Go to my next clip. Change it to 40. Scroll down. Change this to none. And change this to add. Perfect. All right, now that we have those in, let's scroll back to the beginning of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be able to press spacebar. And then when I'm ready, I can push the right arrow key and actually audition the other clips at the same time. So let's push that to the right. Second clip, interesting. Third clip. Well, that's a lot. Whew. There's a lot going on there. All right, let's go back to the first clip. I still think that one's the best. I really like the way the motion goes with her. It sort of looks like it fits. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and press done. And then I want to finalize this clip, and so I'm going to press Shift, Option, and Y. There we go. Spotlight's gone. My clip is finalized. This one's attached to my... I'm going to play it again. I really like the way that looks. Perfect. Awesome. Now, before I'm finished, yes, I showed you how to blend it and it's perfect, but I want to show you why I love working with 5K footage. Yes, the quality cannot be beat, and yes, the files are easy to work with, but having the ability and freedom to use the clips how I want is absolutely amazing. Let's take this reflection clip right here, and I'm going to take it to a place where you can see the actual reflection. Oh, that's a good place. Maybe a little... Yeah, that's good. Right there. Yes, this looks amazing and it fits really well, but what if I wanted to pull that light element closer to the camera? That's not a problem when your reflection element is literally 60% bigger. So let's see what happens when I scale this effect up a bit. I'm going to go over here to the scale, and I'm going to move it up just a bit. Actually, let's move it up to 100. That way we stay within the 5K format. Now let's see how different that looks when we play it back. Let's scoot this back. Give it a play. Wow, again, absolutely stunning. That's the beauty of this footage. You can actually scale past 100% and still keep all that great quality that we saw before. I just love working with these clips. The possibilities are absolutely endless. It really doesn't get any easier than that. Drag a Rampant 5K reflection element to your timeline, change the sizing, and change the blend mode, and you're done. You're off and running. With Rampant, you and your productions cannot lose. So go check out the reflection product and everything else in the cinematic series at rampantdesigntools.com. Again, this is FinalCutStef, and it's been a blast bringing you this Rampant Next Gen quick tip. Any questions or just want to say hey? Hit me up on Twitter at FinalCutStef. Until next time, bye!